pastry puffs, welcome back to Strudel Reviews. It's your girl Strudel, and it is that time of the week where we get into O.M.G 707, episode 3. I believe I'm going to be titling this The Amazing Surprise. If I don't, feel free to rake me over the goddamn coals, because that would be motherfucking false advertisement. But, anyway, today's episode might be, like, a shorter episode, because, as you can tell, the Amazing Surprise only had 2 OMGs. Only had 2 OMGs in it. And their names are, this is Uptown Girl, and then this is her BFF, Downtown BB. Like, the icons, like, girl, yes. For Uptown Girl and Downtown BB, they were originally released in this big, giant, sorry about my ugly-ass fingers, but they were originally released in this big, giant, massive, like, a holiday, like, this big, giant, massive unboxing surprise thingamajigger for the 2019 holiday season. Although, for whatever reason, Google wanted to tell me their release date was November 2nd, I think it was 2019. But, it could be wrong. Absolutely could be wrong. It turns out that the actual release date for these dolls was actually also September 27th, 2019, as they were released as a part of the Winter Disco, like, I think they called it Winter Disco Weekend, but they have no ties to the Winter Disco line, and they have no ties to the Series 1 dolls, so they're kind of like their own little, like, kind of, sort of, standalone release. And, like, with their original release in The Amazing Surprise, they actually came with, 3 of the little gremlins each. Her siblings being named Prim, Proper, and Preppy. And then also, like, a teeny tiny little, like, the little itty bitty, like, teeny tiny, like, gross looking gremlins. Those things give me nightmares. They had one of those, and they called it Lil Prim. Like, okay, whatever. And then they had two pets. One named Uptown Meow, and the other one named Yuppie Puppy for whatever reason. Okay, great, wonderful. Those pets give me fucking nightmares. And then, for hers, like, I don't exactly, like, 100% remember, like, I don't 100% remember, like, the pets' names, because, like, again, there was a rabbit, and the rabbit gave me fucking nightmares. The rabbit gave me nightmares. The dog gave me nightmares. And then she also had 3, gremlin siblings, and I know for a fact the sister was named Downtown Doll, and then one of the brothers was named City Slicker, and then I think the other one was named City Boy. Rake me over the goddamn coals if that's wrong. I have, like, no recollection of, like, the brothers, because, like, y'all can tell, like, my lack of interest in the siblings, because, you know, just, like, not very interested in most of them. So, yeah, they were the very first, like, exclusive dolls to, like, a really big gift set. Like, Uptown Girl here, you can tell, like, represents, like, what you would think of, like, people who live uptown or, like, posh, or they'd be, like, really rich. And then downtown BB, you, like, think, like, streetwear and, like, just, like, things you see in more, like, more, like, downtown city neighborhoods. Like, you could say they live in the same city, but not really. But they're still best friends because they don't let their differences get between them or whatever. And then, like, and then for Uptown, oh, also, I do have reviews of them on the channel, so go check those out. But, a very interesting little tidbit about Uptown Girl and Downtown BB. They did not get they got not only one re-release, but they got 2 re-releases. The first re-release was back when Series 2 was being released, and they decided to go ahead and take Uptown Girl, Downtown BB, and Shadow from the Winter Disco line, like, if y'all remember that last episode. If you haven't seen either episode 1 or episode 2, go back and watch those first and come back here, because this is kind of like a continuating series. As I forgot to mention, like, O.M.G 707 is kind of like an introductory, like, series to O.M.G, like, to the O.M.G, like, doll line. And, like, there's a whole lot of beginner information in the first episode. So this is really just, like, a bunch of beginner episodes, like, targeted for people who don't really know much about the brand and just want to know more. Or, like, people who have, like, friends that are, like, doll collectors or whatever, and they just want to know more about, like, their friend's hobby. So, yeah, sure. Okay, anyway, I was getting a little sidetracked, but, so anyway, the first re-release of Uptown Girl and Downtown BB, they were, re-released with Shadow from the Winter Disco Bigger Surprise, which was an Amazon exclusive. And the 3 of them were originally re-released as, like, a part of Series 2, Wave 2, where, like, if you didn't want either of the either of those surprises that came with the Gremlins, and you just wanted the O.M.Gs, that was a great way just to get the O.M.Gs by themselves. Although, the standalone Shadow is, like, next to impossible to get. But you can still get these 2 just fine. And then I want to say, like, maybe, like, maybe, like, about a year later. Because I think Series 2 was released at, like, the tail end of 2019, maybe, like, early 2020. I think. Don't quote me on it, because I'm not 100% certain. But, so, again, like, later on, like, in, like, I want to say maybe, like, the second half of 2020, it was, like, announced completely out of left field, like, 24K DJ was getting re-released, because, like, if you want to know more about that, go back and watch, 707 episode 2, because I talk about it more there, but 24K DJ wound up getting, like, a re-release completely out of left field, and alongside the re-release of 24K DJ, they decided to take Uptown Girl and Downtown BB and gave them a second re-release, which I own the second re-releases of Uptown Girl and Downtown BB, because, that's when I was able to, like, get my hands on them. And I don't remember which one I was gonna get solely, because it was at a time where I was, like, very picky and I was, like, picking and choosing who I wanted in my collection. And then, like, y'all know, I wound up completely changing my opinion, and now I own every single O.M.G that is currently released. in addition to the BTWs and Fierce. Because I ordered the last 2 BTWs I needed. I'm just waiting for them to ship out. And then some point this week, y'all are getting like a little bit of a surprise. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Y'all gonna have to figure it out for yourselves. And if you never figure it out, that's too bad. But, so anyway. So yeah, Uptown Girl and Downtown BB, managed to like the Series 1 girlies. Like, the Series 1, 2, and 3 girlies, like, the Series 1 and 2 girlies managed to get, like, 3 individual releases. Like, three different kinds of releases, where 2 of them were standalone releases, and the first ones being released with their families. And, like, how I at least know Prim and Downtown Doll is because for the little sibling on the side of the box, for Uptown Girl, they show Prim, and for Downtown BB, they show Downtown Doll. And just, like, put those names in the back of your head for now. So, yeah. But, so, yeah. I told y'all it wasn't gonna be, like, too much to talk about today, because there were only 2 O.M.Gs in this series, and I didn't want to overload y'all and put, like, 8 dolls in one video, because y'all know how I am. Because I want to make O.M.G 707 content as digestible as possible, because it is a series for beginners. Like, it is a series for, like, newbie. It's, like, intended for newbies, for them to, like, get their toes wet and get, like, as digestible information as possible. And I forgot what their zodiacs are, so yeah. A lot of these dolls, I'm gonna forget what their zodiacs were, so forgive me, because it's been so long and I don't have the little papers anymore. So if you guys, like, really want to know the zodiacs, I'm sure there are some videos, like, other videos, like, y'all could go watch after you're done watching mine, because you gotta get through mine first, because this is class is in session. Y'all gotta stay in your seats till the bell rings, okay? My god, I sound just like a teacher. But, seriously, I'm just sharing, like, info that I know, so you guys, like, have a little bit of info for yourselves. And if you guys want to do more research, you can. And also, I'm pretty sure you could still get these dolls, like, reasonably priced. If not, I highly recommend checking out Facebook Marketplace, because, I got some pretty good deals for O.M.Gs off of there. Like, reference my last video. Literally referencing my last, not my last video, because that was a Fierce Lady Diva review, and I had, like, way too much fun with that. But, it was 707 episode 2. I had mentioned I got both crystals. I had mentioned I got Cosmic Nova, Crystal Star, and Snowlicious off of Facebook Marketplace, and I think Cosmic Nova was the one I paid the most for, and I still paid under retail for Cosmic Nova. I paid, like, what, 25 for Cosmic Nova. I paid 15 for Snowlicious, which, like, y'all know she goes for over 200 on eBay. And then, Crystal Star I got for, like, $5 under retail, so I was, like, highly impressed. And I got her and another doll you're gonna be seeing in another video. You're gonna be seeing in a later video, like, in a later O.M.G 707 episode. Got them from the same seller, so that was cool. And I think I'm probably gonna wrap up this episode of O.M.G 707 here. So if y'all liked it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! You can get out of your chairs now. Class is dismissed.